Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The title of my speech today is 444. And as Carol told you earlier, my name is Lilian and I came here today to salute all the scholars and to honor your journey in life through education. You guys have done an amazing job, and congratulations to each and every one of you. Knowing stuff and using the stuff that you know will take you to far off places and foreign lands that you've never known before. My journey in life came by way of fire! Fire! I came all the way from England. I came through a father that was warm, loving, and caring, but he was abusive towards my mother. My mother was distant, and communication with her was very, very difficult. And I never felt any love from her, and I never felt that I belonged to her. I never felt like I was her child. And living with my parents felt like I had a diss track that was just playing continuously in the background. And they would leave us while they were downstairs fighting and getting into it all the time, and we would be upstairs, and literally we would be playing with fire. And as you can see, the fire did get the best of me. But from that moment on, when I got burned, I was put in a box. And nobody expected anything good to come from my life. Nobody expected anything remarkable to come from me. But I came here to tell you that people are going to judge you for being the wrong race, in the wrong place, from the wrong financial background. They're going to tell you that you can't do nothing with your life. But we've got scholars here today that have proved that is not true. So my parents did divorce, and I was really thankful for that because they were a mess together. And I wanted to go and live with my father. But the court ordered that I had to live with my mom. And obviously we did not get along. And we were broke. And we were living in one room in a shelter for battered women, for abused women. And at that time I was going back and forth to hospital. I was having multiple surgeries, I was covered in sores, bandages, and whatnot, and I still had to go to school. Now everyone knows how kids can be at school. They can, people will laugh at you and ridicule you, and that's just the way that is. And at this point, my life really sucked. But at school, there was a light. I found subjects that I was interested in and that I was actually good at. And one of them was sewing. And so I pursued the gift and the art of sewing. And it gave me an inner peace. It blessed me. And I'm asking you guys that even if people tell you that there's nothing you can do, or there's no way you can do it, find something. I'm urging you to find an interest or a hobby that you're good at, because it will bless you, like sewing did for me. Anyway, I continued to sew. I didn't let go of none of my dreams, because my mom would not let me go to fashion school. She thought that I would never be able to do that as a career, so she made me go to typing school. That sucked, of course. Now, I have a question I wanted to ask you. How is it possible to go from that one room to being forced to go to a typing school, to being able to stand here today and be a motivational speaker, a fashion designer, and a teacher, a sewing teacher? Does anybody know how that is possible? I have two words. God and education. As soon as I was old enough and I was living by myself, I went and I put myself through fashion school. And I'm sorry, when you go back, it gets to you. So basically, I'm telling you all this to say that your race or your class or your financial background will not affect you if you study. I was determined to make something of my life, regardless of what people told me or whatever restrictions they put on me. Even if my mom was trying to do the best for me by saying, just go to typing school, you'll get a job with that. But fashion design, I just opened up my own business. And from now on, from this moment, it's about you. It's about all the scholars in here. From now on, this is the start of your life. And I'm not telling you this so you can go back to the house, because you're now in control of your life. And I'm not telling you this so you can go back to your house and fight for power. That's not where you fight. You have to fight in your books. You have to fight by getting up every morning and going to your classes on time and showing everybody that it doesn't matter who they think they are. You know who you are and you know what your purpose is. Everything that's not about your future and your future goals is a distraction. And your school and your education is your way out. You will be able to create the type of life that you want to live if you stick with it. And the door is now open. And it may be just a tiny, tiny, tiny hole that you have to go through. But you can do it. But I'm asking you to use wisdom. I'm asking you to use energy and caution. Because it's better to have a relationship with God than to go against God. Because God is going to give you that extra strength that you need. He's going to give you that companionship that you need when everybody else is doing something else. He's going to be able to equip you with the extra strength that you need to complete that assignment. He's going to be able to renew and refresh your mind. And he's going to allow you, and he's going to help you to fly right. Now here's the part that, this basically sucks, but it's the truth. There are some parents that do an amazing, great job. There are some parents that suck at it. There are some parents that try really, 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 really hard, but they miss the mark. Why? Because it's so hard to raise a child. It's really hard. It's hard work. And I never knew what it was to raise a child until I had my own. And I went back and I apologized to my mum for everything that I ever did. Even if I didn't know what I did, I went back and apologized for it. Has anybody here ever woken up in the middle of the night and thought about the mistakes and the opportunity that they've missed? I chose the title 4:44 because it's the title of Jay-Z's album. And at 4:44 a.m., he woke up in the middle of the night and he realized the games he was playing. He realized what he was doing and who he was harming. And that if he didn't fix up, that he could lose a lot of stuff. So I want this to be our 4:44 moment. I wrote a piece to my child, and I wanted to share that with you. It's just something that when I was going through my 4:44 moment, I wrote this down. I chose right. I chose wrong. I cry as I write this song because I love you, but I chose wrong. You wouldn't be here, so that means I chose right. But the pain that I've caused you makes me know that I've chose wrong. There is no manual that comes with a child. And I'm doing my best to right my wrongs, maybe after the fact. But I've given you all my love, and that's the best that I could do. And I hope you notice And I hope you won't take advantage of me because I chose wrong. I've taken you to church because that's what I know how to do. I hope you will find peace to quiet that savage beast that lies within you, waiting for a chance to woo you, waiting for a chance to win you over. Retrospectively, I'm going to do my best, but respectfully, God will do the rest. I didn't have a manual on love. My dad was the only guide. Even though his love was sure, it was short-lived. I've never been angry at him. I've been frustrated at his outcome because I missed him terribly. When love came along, I thought it felt the same. It felt like the missing link. And I didn't know how to avoid it. I cried the day that I realized that this was my path. But it was all worth it because then you, my son, came and you really allowed my heart to open, and I bloomed because of you and in spite of you. I'm sorry that my choices hurt you and denied you what you deserve, a full family life. But my assignment here on earth is bigger than us. In God we must trust. That love is unshakable and that love is a must. How could he possibly bless me with somebody so sweet? I chose wrong and my choices almost destroyed you. You're such a tough little cookie. Your eyes and the thoughts behind your eyes crush me because I know I chose wrong and that crushes you. I'm asking you, God, to please vindicate me. Please vindicate my shortcomings. This boy is yours. I'm putting my child before you because I chose wrong, and only God can really help you to do right. My son, your eyes haunt me and your attitude haunts me, because I know I influenced it. God, exonerate me and bless me, because my son, my only son, and my only love, I chose wrong. I chose right. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? I'm so glad that we're all here today, because we all need a 444 moment where we will look at our past and know that it does not belong in our future. Whatever it is you've had to go through today to come here, that's what matters. Everybody makes mistakes. Parents make mistakes. Children make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. What I want everyone to do is to be able to forgive and move forward. I would like all the scholars to really thank your parents or whoever looked after you. I want you to thank them, because truthfully, it takes a lot to raise a child and to bring you up to this point. And I want you also, the scholars, to let go of everything that's in your past that hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to go. Because you're still here and you're still in with a chance to do the best that you can for your life and your future. I would like the parents and all the families to celebrate our graduates and all the scholars. Woo-hoo! That's right, celebrate! Celebrate them, celebrate them. Lastly, what I want to tell you is, when you're in a position and you're tired and worn out and fatigued, do what I do, and that's pray. Because you are more than a conqueror, and God will never leave you or forsake you. Prayer is comfort for the soul, and it works. I want you to take your fire and make it work for you. Remember, when all else fails, you have God and you have education. Thank you.